Hi, this is Aditya from Just Tutors. In this video, we are going to learn about living organisms and their surroundings. Today, we'll be covering three subtopics. First one is about some aquatic habitats, then we'll discuss about living things around us, and at the end, we'll talk about do all living things respond to stimuli or not. As usual, I'll be clarifying all the keywords which are important to us in today's video. So we'll first start with some aquatic habitats. Right here we have oceans, ponds and lakes. So first we'll discuss about oceans. Now oceans are known to be one of the largest in our ecosystems, and these are basically large water bodies that dominate the Earth's surface. We are aware that almost 70% of the Earth's surface is covered with oceans or water bodies. Second, we'll talk about the ponds and lakes. So these are not very large, but they range in different sizes. They can start from few square meters and go on to thousands of square kilometers. Now, as we'll move ahead, we'll talk about these aquatic habitats in details separately. So first we'll talk about oceans. So talking about the aquatic animals, not all of them have got streamlined bodies, and this actually restricts them to move in water easily. Some animals like octopus and squids, they don't have streamlined bodies. That's why they tend to stay at the bottom of the ocean. Because of their inability to move through water, they eat the prey which they can find at the bottom of the ocean. One more interesting fact about dolphins and whales is that they've got nostrils on the upper part of their body. Now this is something that helps them to breathe properly when they are close to the surface of water. An interesting fact about frogs is that they can live both on the land and in water. Next we'll move ahead to ponds. Now this water body facilitates the growth of roots of plants inside. Also, the roots of these plants are generally small in size and they are basically covered with muds. One interesting fact about these plants is that the stem are not as small as the root of these plants, and because of this they grow up to the water surface and we can see the leaves and the flowers floating on the surface of water. Some aquatic plants also submerge in water totally. So ponds basically are water bodies that facilitate the growth of these plants. Now coming back to the lakes. So a lake can be considered as a large pond. We can also find some lakes which are big enough to facilitate the production of waves inside. Now one interesting fact about these lakes is that the temperature of water within them varies from the top layer to the bottom layer during the summer season. Also, they facilitate the process of photosynthesis in plants when the plants are close to the top surface. So that is all about the aquatic habitats. After this, we're going to move ahead and we'll be learning about the living things around us. Now before we start the topic, think about some living things that are present around you. Now once you have identified these living things, think about, do all living things that are present around you need food? Now the answer to this question is right here. Now food is something that gives the organism the energy to grow. They also need energy for other life processes, like to move from one place to another if they are living and they can. Other living organisms like plants, they stay at the same place but they still need energy for the various activity inside them. Now at the end, think about, do all the living things show growth or not? The obvious answer would be yes, because if we talk about human beings, we are born as a baby and we grow into an adult. Similarly, if we talk about plants, they generate from a seed, and after germination they grow into plants and provide the fruit, which again provide the seeds. Now the next trait that we are going to discuss about living things is the process of respiration. Now pause this video and think about if you have any idea about respiration. Now the process of respiration, we use the oxygen that we breathe in, which is used by our body, and at the end we exhale the carbon dioxide which is produced after the process is completed. Now think about if all the living things can respire. Now respiration is very common in human beings, and plants are believed to breathe. Now the second one says, name some animals whose breathing process is similar to humans. This is also something to think about.